apparently this book debunks me.
Why, yes, that book absolutely does debunk you. But what I actually find more interesting about it is the chapter in that book actually talks exactly about people like you, specifically in England, that repeat the narrative that only good players come from the working class, that they can't come from the middle or upper classes because working class players have to work hard to get out of poverty to make it, because if they don't, they'll fail, which is just a narrative and it's really not supported by data. And the only thing you did was cherry pick some players that confirm your bias. I can cherry pick players too. Ruud Gullit, Dennis Bergkamp, Tostão, Socrates, Jorge Valdano, Josep Guardiola, Andres Iniesta, and Kaká. There's a few examples. Didn't come from working class backgrounds. It's also worth noting about half of the German national team in 2014 that won the World Cup, also not from working class backgrounds. And here's the thing. This narrative is not unique to England or anywhere else in the world. It's actually a narrative very common about basketball players and American football players here in America. It's a romanticized narrative because it makes a good story. That's why most of the movies made about soccer players are made about a poor kid that goes from all the way at the bottom to making it to the top. You remember the movie Goal about the Mexican American player who went to Newcastle? Same type of ideal. However, that's the exception, not the norm in reality. But here's the thing about this. There is actually no good argument for why a working class player is inherently better than anyone from any other class. In fact, there's probably some disadvantages to it. And here's why. The overwhelming majority of people from these lower income backgrounds fail. They don't make it. Also, there are many disadvantages, such as the fact that many people from lower income backgrounds, they have to work in their teenage years to help support their families, which takes time away from their ability to actually pursue their athletic careers. To where middle and upper class kids could actually have the opportunity to just pursue their athletics if that's what they choose to do. And many actually do this. And if we were to give people from all backgrounds equal opportunity to play sport, what we'd find is we'd probably see success rates that are related to the actual demographics of the country you live in. So if your country is, let's just make it simple, 1/3 lower, 1/3 middle, and 1/3 upper class. I know that's not how it works in reality. That's probably what it would be reflected in the actual professional sports. But this narrative just keep getting repeated because people like to be anti-intellectuals. Now, I recommend you actually read this book. Don't just judge it by its cover. I know, reading's hard.